Ladies and gentlemen, your sweet Zionist prince, Tall the Traveling Clack, coming to you live from Israel on the 109 Club. Got kicked out of 109 countries. Get the merch, thetravelingclack.com right now. It just went live. We got an interview where CNN cooked the spokesperson of Hamas. I told you guys we live in the Rick and Morty universe. Nothing makes sense anymore. CNN cooking a leader of Hamas. How does that make any sense? Let's take a look at the clip.
This latest American proposal calls for you to release all the hostages, living and dead, in exchange for thousands of Palestinian prisoners, an immediate ceasefire, and the start of negotiations to end the war. Why not take that deal?
Look, I think we have to now to reach a comprehensive deal. We want to
comprehensive.
I know, but I'm asking you about the specific American proposal, if you could answer.
We first of all, we insisted to go to the comprehensive deal, to retain all the hostages, either alive or dead. And we said frankly we can return them in 24 hours. But Israel, they refused. You know, the main...
Well, they have conditions for ending the war. Their conditions are Israel's conditions for ending the war. They want Hamas to be out of power, and they want Hamas to disarm. Are you willing to abandon power in Gaza and lay down your weapons?
Look, first for the power in Gaza, the authority in Gaza, we have an agreement with all Palestinian factions and even with the Egyptians. And I think that the Egyptians, they play a good role and send this proposal to different countries and even approved by the Arabic League that, okay, we can have a technocrat, we have kind of neutral and professional committee for ruling Gaza. Okay, we finish it. Regarding the disarm of Hamas, I think we have to understand very well that the arm of Hamas is a legitimate and legal weapons which used all the time against the occupation. It is not a terrorist...
I know you guys don't like it when I jump in, but I just have to make one quick... I have to fight some of his propaganda in this. Hamas is not a legitimate armed faction in any way. Even if you wanted to legitimize Hamas as a political arm, no problem, fine. Retarded take, but fine. I reserve the right that many of you are retards. And I'm not saying you guys watching, but the people who want to. Now... the political the armed faction of Hamas as a legitimate army. It could never be a legitimate army because it could literally never defeat Israel. It's not resistance. It's not something that could actually resist the state of Israel. It will never be able to defeat Israel. And so hence it can never be a legitimate army. It's not that it's ever going to be armed as a legitimate army, so it can never be taken as a legitimate army. Does that make sense? It's always ever going to be a pipe dream, just to correct his propaganda.
But are you willing to disarm if it is in the context of a process towards building a Palestinian state?
If there is a Palestinian state, we'll be part. We will be engaged. We will be...
the entire world, with all due respect, sir, the entire world is saying they want no role for Hamas in post-war governance of Gaza.
Look,
do you disagree with that?
We agree. Yeah, no. We agree for a neutral committee to rule Gaza. We have no problem.
Right. So, and as part of that, Hamas will play no part, according to the Arab League, according to President Abbas, according to the United States, according to France.
Let me also to explain that this is a Palestinian issue. That some external powers, they want to impose something against our interest. Hamas is part of the Palestinian fabric. You could not exclude Hamas. But as I said again and again...
He's actually right about that.
Regarding the ruling of Gaza, we are ready to be out of the ruling of Gaza. We have no problem with this.
Hamas recently announced that Israeli hostages have been spread out throughout Gaza City.
I want to correct. He's absolutely correct about that. This is not something you will ever be able to remove. This is why the idea of a two-state solution is a pipe dream. You cannot remove Hamas from the fabric of Palestinian society. He's 100% correct. Ladies and gentlemen, just ask yourself one question. $5 million was on the table for 2 years for information. Just information about hostages in Gaza. They all know where the hostages are. It is not a secret. They all know. None of them took the cash. None of them came up and piped up the information. This is a part of their fabric. Even if they resent Hamas, I would bet that 90% of them still somewhere in their hearts believe and hope that Hamas could win. Because that is Palestinianism. It believes in the concept of muqawama, of violent resistance against the Jews. Without that, they lose their identity. And I lost the clip. Where'd it go? Wait.
And amid now this planned Israeli invasion of Gaza City, is your intention to use those Israeli hostages as human shields?
No, we never use these people as shields. No, we never use them. all the time we explain that we as Hamas, we use these people or we deal with people according to the Islamic principles and according to the Islamic values.
It was quite clear in the statement from the Al-Qassam Brigades, which
I think this is a false accusation against all.
This is a statement from the Al-Qassam Brigades, Hamas's military wing. They said that in order to deter this Israeli military invasion, they are placing Israeli hostages strategically.
The hostages are spread everywhere.
But they are placing them around Gaza City and saying that if they die, it will be on Netanyahu's hands, correct?
It's insane to have this conversation with him. He's just like, yeah, the hostages. We have the hostages. We're holding hostages. Just like openly. Like they're just, what the fuck? Firebomb them, right? Murder this guy right now. Kill this guy right now. CNN is having a conversation. Kill him. What's happening? He's a terrorist.
They eliminate this. Israel now is going and now is doing to destroy Gaza, to destroy everywhere, to kill people everywhere. Yeah, you know, in Gaza now, they're killing this morning, more than 84 people. Yesterday, about 109 people were killed. In the last months, more than 3,000 people.
I understand. And when I speak with, with all due respect,
how can you stop this?
With all due respect, when I speak with Israeli officials, I press them on all of these questions. I'm speaking with you right now, and I'm asking about Hamas's role. And Hamas just announced that it is holding these Israeli hostages in strategic locations around Gaza City, moving them above ground, while Israel is carrying out an invasion. Is the intention to use these hostages as a human shield?
Israel should stop targeting the civilian, should stop targeting or to collapse the towers, or to destroy the towers everywhere. Now you know they sent some technology to destroy all homes in Gaza, all towers in Gaza. What do you want to do after that? What Israel is doing now, as I said, they want to demolish the whole Gaza, to destroy every hospital, mosques, schools, even churches, everywhere. How can you stop this madness in Gaza? How can you stop these atrocities in Gaza?
It has been nearly 2 years now since your organization, Hamas, carried out the October 7th attack, killing nearly 1,200 people, most of them civilians. It unleashed the deadliest Israeli military response that Gaza has ever seen. More than 65,000 people have been killed in Gaza, tens of thousands more injured.
Okay, let's just correct, by the way, that 65,000 number that he's saying is quoted by the organization that took those hostages and makes zero differentiation between who is a militant and who is... I hate this number being thrown around. Why would CNN, as they're sitting with one of the lead terrorists of this group, repeat the 65,000 number with zero differentiation between a militant and a civilian? Israel says 35,000, around 35,000 combatants have been killed, which means, yes, that only around 35,000 civilians have been killed, which is the lowest combatant to civilian death ratio in urban combat warfare in the history of planet Earth. Let's make the distinction, please, CNN.
Gaza has been decimated. Do you accept any responsibility for triggering so much death and destruction?
Look, to me, this is a big story. Now, the history did not begin on October 7. We spent 78 years under the occupation, under the humiliation, under oppression, under repression, under killing, under displacement. Now, why a war just focus on October 7? What before October 7 is a result for the October 7.
I understand what you are saying, that there is history that happened before October 7th. But before October 7th, Israel had never unleashed this level of death and destruction on Gaza before. How can you look at me with a straight face and tell me that you accept no responsibility whatsoever for what has happened in the 2 years since?
What is the option is left for the Palestinians to do? Yeah, and we waited for...
I'm not asking you that. I'm asking you, sir, with all due respect, I'm asking you whether you accept any responsibility for the death and destruction that has followed since October 7th in Gaza.
This is the first time that Palestinians have shown sacrifice in this Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Since 1948 till now, 100,000 people were killed, 100,000 Palestinians were arrested.
But what gives you the right to decide that Palestinian women and children should be sacrificed on the altar of your resistance?
No, all the time we are sacrificing, we are fighting, not Hamas, Fatah and People Front, Democratic Front.
But I am asking you about the civilian deaths in Gaza, and what gives you the right to decide it's a price worth paying. That child can die. it's okay. Because it's in order to fulfill our resistance.
As Hamas, we are fighting for the interests of the people. We don't want our people to be killed. We don't want our people to suffer more and more. I think now, look, you know what is the benefit of October 7 now? Now, when the war now, if you look to the General Assembly yesterday, when about 194 people opened their eyes and looked to the atrocity, to brutality of Israel, and all of them, they condemned Israel. We waited for this moment for 77 years in order to open their eyes to say that there is occupation, there is suffering of the Palestinian people, and we should end this occupation. I think this is a golden
Don't
moment
believe me.
for the world to change the history. I think.
Don't believe me. I'm paid by Mossad. Don't believe anything I say. Don't listen to me. That's why I come on here. I say, don't listen to me. Don't listen to what I'm saying. Listen to the fucking retarded horse talking in front of you. What did he say? We, Hamas, have been waiting for the international community to recognize the state of Palestine. It's a win for October. So he said the benefit of October 7th is that the world registered and recognized the state of Palestine. Do you think that recognizing Palestine is going to end violence now? What do you think you just taught these fucking cave people? What do you think you just taught the Hamas cave people? What do you think you taught them? Let's connect 1 + 2 real quick, you fucking retard. What do you think you just taught them? You taught them go out, kill, die, murder, and you get a gift from the international community. Great job. Oh my God, UK, Australia, France, you guys nailed it. What do you think you taught every fucking Muslim who debates, who wakes up in the morning and says, should I engage in muqawama? Should I do violent resistance? I don't know. What if I'm a part of this faction? Let's look at Palestine. Actually, you know what? Well, they murdered and killed and raped a bunch of people. I guess if I do the same and I get attacked for 2 years for it, eventually the international community will have compassion for what I did. Great job. Don't listen to me. I'm a fucking idiot. Don't listen to what I'm saying. Don't listen to anything I say. Listen to him. He told you.
Now, the world is a change. The history is a change now.
Sir, you were just saying that as a result of October 7th, you are seeing millions of people marching in the streets. You are seeing countries recognize Palestine as a state. You are seeing legitimacy for your people. And I am asking you whether the price that Palestinian people have paid so far was worth it.
I know the price is so high. But I'm asking again, what is the option?
It's worth
what is the option left to the Palestinians? You know what? We waited for a peaceful process, for a peaceful means since 1993, since Oslo Agreement till now. But I think we got a big zeal.
Let me show you the words of your people. Okay, these are people in Gaza, and I want you to hear, because your own people in Gaza say that you do have responsibility for the situation there. I'd like to show you this.
رسالتنا لحماس أنه كفى مقامرة ومغامرة بنا. كفاكم يعني أنتم
Please watch. This is not it. There's more.
I have seen this video.
Sir,
yes.
There is more.
I have seen this video.
I would like you to, there are 3 people here. I would like you to hear their voices.
I know people are suffering. There are some people blame Hamas.
Why will you not listen to the voices of Palestinian people in Gaza?
Look, I know. This is not the whole story.
Why? Because he lives in Qatar and has billions of dollars, and he sleeps with prostitutes all day and eats fucking $1 million baklawa. That's why he has an interest to keep this shit going. He is terrorizing his own people. Sorry if this sounds crass to you guys, ladies and gentlemen. This is a terrorist. A terrorist on CNN. It's the same as interviewing any member of the Taliban. It's the same exact thing. Or of Al-Qaeda. It's the same thing.
I know, because this is because of the Israeli crimes in the Gaza Strip.
It seems that it seems that you don't want to hear the voices of people in Gaza who disagree with Hamas or who want to see Hamas removed from power.
But now,
why won't you listen to their voices?
All the world, listen to me. All the world said yesterday in the General Assembly that October 7 is not a justification for Israel to commit genocide, to kill civilians.
But I'm asking you to respond to what these people are saying. Look, these people who want Hamas to surrender, lay down its weapons, and leave the Gaza Strip. What do you say to them?
No one asked Hamas to surrender. We will never surrender. We will never
Some of these people are asking Hamas to lay down their weapons and leave Gaza.
These people under abnormal circumstances. We put him under target and killing and massacre. What do you expect for people to say?
But many people would say, if you look at history, if you look at wars that have been fought, where overwhelming military force has been brought to bear, where tens of thousands of civilians have been killed, that you, as the adversary of Israel in this case, that you have a responsibility to do your part to end the suffering. And that would be to lay down your weapons.
We are working to end the suffering of people. Yani Hamas was launched in 1987. All the time you are working for our people, not in October 7. Before that, all the time we are fighting and doing for the interest of our people. Now, the reaction of the occupation in brutality, in killing and massacre, you put this responsibility in the shoulder of Hamas?
Yes.
I'm not putting all of the responsibility on the shoulders of Hamas. I'm asking you whether you have any responsibility in this regard.
We are responsible to save our people, to protect our people, to do anything.
Top Israeli officials say that Israelis cannot be safe unless Hamas is destroyed, right? That's their perspective. That if Hamas is allowed to continue to exist, that you will carry out October 7th style attacks again and again as long as you remain armed. Are they wrong?
We want to end the occupation.
Are they wrong?
We want to end the occupation. Who is a danger in this region? Israel. It's not Hamas. Hamas never, for example, acting against Egypt or Qatar or Saudi or American or British.
Yes, they did.
I think we are against the occupation. That Hamas is a part of the Palestinian society, fighting for the Palestinian society, fighting for the Palestinian cause.
And so it sounds like you are saying what you said
don't put the problem on the shoulder of Hamas. No, I think
again, sir, when I speak with Israeli officials, I press them about what they are doing in Gaza. When I'm speaking with Hamas officials, I press them for your responsibility. And in the weeks after October 7th, you said we will do this again and again and again. There will be a second, a third, a fourth attack. With rhetoric like that, why should Israelis accept to live alongside an organization like Hamas?
Before October 7, do you know that there is a siege on Gaza for 17 years?
I'm very aware.
Do you know that before October 7, that in the West Bank they're expanding
so cut the crap. He says yes. He wants yes.
Putting what's called gates in every Palestinian's towns. So I think that October 7 is not a justification to do that, to kill and to commit massacres against the Palestinians.
My final question to you: how does this war end?
I think it is easy. I think Mr. Trump and the world could ask the Netanyahu in order to stop the war, to stop the genocide in Gaza.
Do you have any confidence that he will do that?
I don't know. I think we tested them many times, but I think it is not easy to trust Mr. Trump or to trust the American administration. All the time they put the glasses of Israel.
Don't listen to anything I say. First and foremost, not a fan of CNN, yeah? Not a fan of any mainstream media, but this is the best reporting I've seen throughout this. One of the best things I've seen come out of this war. Honestly, honest to God. Every single question, he framed himself in the most criminal manner. If you think after this interview, Israel bears even an ounce of responsibility for what's going on in the Middle East, you are a fucking retard. Listen to me carefully. I'm going to say it one more time. After watching this whole interview, if you think Israel is the one to bear responsibility for any of the suffering happening in the Middle East, you are fucking retarded. You are a stupid human being. You are very dumb. He's openly telling you, after all of this, after everything the poor Palestinian people have gone through, he's going to do it again and again and again. He wants to keep going. Why? Because he lives in Qatar and he gets millions of dollars and he gets to sleep with prostitutes every day and he gets to live his lifestyle lavishly and he doesn't have to bear any of the responsibilities of his actions. So what happens? And then you stupid motherfuckers in the UK and Australia and France, you go, hey, let's recognize his state, and Canada. You're politicians, not the people. I know it's not you guys. The politicians go, hey, let's recognize their state. That'll be good. So he says, let's keep going. He's a dog. He's an animal. That's not how you train a dog. That's not how you behave with a dog. If a dog does something bad, you reprimand them for doing something bad to teach them the right way. This man acts like an animal. He acts like a dog. He says he wants to be hooga booga. Hooga booga his ass. Sorry, we live in the Middle East, motherfucker. You have to speak the language. If someone comes and massacres your people, you don't say, you know what? We recognize your state. That is not how the Middle East works. And that's why the UN, modern nation states, all these democratic labels that they want to put on the Middle East, it's never going to fucking work. I'm telling you guys, I come here and I tell you every day, it's never going to fucking work. It will not work with these people. They don't want it. We don't want it. It's not right. It's not just. It's injustice that's being put on all of our people to have to fit into this framework. It's not going to work. Ladies and gentlemen, in the 109 Club, if you've been kicked out of 109 countries like me, join the 109 Club. 109 countries couldn't handle this. Get your merch, and I'll see you in the next one. I love you a long time. Goodbye, Klats. Have you struggled with repping your Zionism in style? Well, boy, do I have a solution for you. Head to thetravelingclat.com and become a sweet Zionist prince or princess today. Or maybe even let the world know you're a white colonizer with matching hat. Tell the comments section you were thrown out of 109 countries by joining the 109 Club with a matching hat. They say it was promised to you 2,000 years ago? Double down and grab a shirt that was promised to you 3,000 years ago with a matching hat. Ever dreamed of Zionizing like me? Do it with a matching hat, damn it! Show off your Iraqi pride by being someone's Baghdadi or showing them you were made in Iraq with a matching hat. It's time to laugh in the face of those who attack us, wear their hate with pride, and you become untouchable. TheTravelingClad.com. We got mugs, stickers, shirts, hoodies, and so much more. Go grab yourself something nice, Habibis and Habibtis. You deserve it. If you don't want to buy any merchandise, the best way to support me is by donating on Buy Me a Coffee, my PayPal, or becoming a member on my Patreon. Your support is very much needed and very much appreciated. Thank you.